My fellow UN members, I come to you today with evidence that ISIS is not a terrorist organization. As stated by Professor Tom Bucco of University of Alberta, a hegemony is as historically defined as a system of beliefs and values perpetrated by a certain group. ISIS can be defined as a nation state in that the United Nations definition says that a nation is a group of people who have acquired international recognition as an independent country with a population, common language, and distinct territory. ISIS meets this definition because they do have territory, they have a common language, and they have a set of laws that govern their population. ISIS has been fighting against the Assad regime in Syria to end the violence and establish a new nation state in its stead. The civil war was caused by the Arab Spring and has lasted well over 3 years, resulting in the loss of thousands of lives, financial instability in neighboring states, and a refugee crisis that has expanded all the way to Iceland. ISIS seeks to end this massive bloodshed in their nation. Their actions are justified because in multiple nation states, such as the United States and France, the revolutionaries were considered justified because they were toppling a dictatorship, which is what the Assad regime is, and that is what ISIS is attempting to do. And they should be considered freedom fighters. ISIS focused their attacks within the Middle East. ISIS attempts to not harm citizens, but is fighting against armed combatants that are attacking their territory. ISIS is taking territory from the Assad regime, which has been bombing their own civilians. They want to create a peaceful, strong Islamic state that has now been within a defined territory within Iraq and Syria. Within ISIS territory, ISIS has an established government with defined laws to govern their civilians. While certain countries would oppose their form of government, ISIS does have a stronger system put into place as opposed to the Assad regime, which has been in chaos and which has been undermined for the past 3 years. Bucco would state that as a hegemonic power can say what is right, which is what ISIS can define what is right in their nation state as well. When the Assad regime collapses, they will bring stability in the region because they will provide a stable government that will not cause a failed nation state, and then they will be finally legitimized by the United Nations. Terrorist groups lack states, yet ISIS has a state and therefore cannot be a terrorist organization.